I'm planning on doing a redesigning cover of this one. I'm still I'm still waiting for inspiration to struck me because right now, girl, this brain, she blank. She blank right now. Yo, it's Gio. Welcome back to my channel. And now I finally remade the book cover for Imaginary Friend. I started reading this book on December of last year and I finished this January this year because it was, I might say this is one of my most favorite books I've read so far. It'll definitely be on my end of the year favorite list because it's that good. It's Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. So while I play the time lapse of me redoing the cover design, I'm gonna do a deep dive or just a discussion on what I like about the book, on symbolisms that I've caught. Initially, I wasn't planning on making this video. I wasn't gonna illustrate a book cover, although I have some redesign book cover plans, but I wasn't planning on illustrating this ever. But the book is so good. The visuals of the book, the visual stimulation the book provided me is so freaking good. It's top tier. I just be imagining these things, even the disturbing ones, on my head, and I was like, I gotta translate this. I gotta share something that I see on my brain. That's what's amazing about being an artist, is for you to have a vision on your head and you want that vision to come to life and you want to share it to other people. I'm lucky. I'm blessed to have this talent given to me that I'm able to translate my vision into life. Although it was a little failed vision because I was envisioning something else, but throughout the process, it changed. So, Imaginary Friend is about this mother and her kid, which is named Christopher. They run away from an abusive relationship, so they're just living day by day, making ends meet because obviously she's a single mother who's trying to raise Christopher and just trying to do her job. And one day, Christopher gets lost for a week and they couldn't find him ever. And suddenly, someone just finds him at the road. And for some freaking reason, Christopher knows things. Knows things that possibly no kid or any human could do. He knows some secrets. He got smarter all of a sudden, Christopher, which is, I'd like to get lost to be smarter. And so the book just takes it from there. So, my review for the book. This book has a lot of biblical references. I personally like those things because I am a Christian and the references in this book are just good, as I said. Well, I've read this on December, right? And finished on January. And you might say that I kind of forgot the things that I've read. But there are some visions, some images that are still engraved on my brain because of the book. I like this book. This is a religious horror book. Some might say the ending or the last half of the book got dragged a bit, and I agree to that. It was dragged. It was the same thing, the same gig over and over again, but there are some setups and some twists on the book that I personally didn't expect. The author really took it there. Content warnings for suicide, domestic abuse, content warnings for drug abuse, alcohol abuse, and sexual assault. Okay, so personally, I haven't done the time-lapse video of me editing the whole process yet, so I couldn't commentate on the video. But let's just say I spent about 14 plus hours on this piece because I wanted this to be perfect. 5 to 7 hours was me trying things out that didn't work. So I deleted half of the time lapse footage because I got so disappointed with myself because I couldn't translate my vision into life. So the beginning part of this piece was not recorded at all because I thought, you are a freaking failure, Chio. You are a failure. You couldn't do your vision, you couldn't transform it to life. So I didn't record, and besides, screen recording takes a lot of pressure on me to do something good. For some reason, screen recording my process makes me anxious. So yeah, it kind of helped a lot with figuring out what to do, figuring out the composition of each pieces. So let's get into the symbolisms of the book. Okay, so throughout the book, you could see some biblical references. I remember there was one biblical character named Job that was mentioned on the book. So in the Bible, there was one character named Job. He was a devout and faithful servant of God, and so Satan was like, Job is like kind of serving you because his life is good. So what if we make that guy's life miserable? And so God allowed it because he trusts Job, because Job is his faithful servant. So God allowed Satan to kill his daughters, kill his sons. He allowed Job to have boils on his skin. So all of the people that Job knew kind of shunned him. Even his wife left her. Job got poor, basically. But still, he continued to worship God. And in the end of that story, God rewarded him, I believe, more than what he had. So that's the story of Job. I could also see some references on the seven deadly sins throughout the book. I had some notes when I first read the book. Seven deadly sins, which is greed, lust, wrath. Those are the ones that I picked up on my initial read. And also, I love the small touch of Easter eggs that Stephen Chbosky. This might be kind of a spoiler. Skip to this timestamp here. So spoilers in 3, 2, 1. So throughout the book, there was a display on this time, 2:17 a.m. And I was like, why is this displayed throughout the book? Why does every bad or evil thing happen during this time? Okay, why not make it 3 a.m.? Because 3 a.m. is the, according to some people, the number of the devil, right? So 2:17 a.m., when you translate that to the alphabet, 2 B, 1 A, and 7 G, bag, which is the freaking twist that the plastic bag that Christopher talks to, is the antagonist. And the hissing lady turned out to be the good, the guardian that guards this bag thing. It's been a while, so my memory is not kind of accurate on the story. So yeah, spoiler ends. And also the obvious fact, the obvious biblical reference, Christopher derived from Christ, which he's like the savior. And by the way, if you think that this book has a creepy kid plot, a horror book that revolves around devil child, you might get that on the latter part of the book, but this story isn't that. So while I was doing this, I wasn't satisfied still with the final product, so I made an alternative version. So this is the yellow version. This is the blue version. Which ones do you like? Initially, I liked the freaking cover itself. Graphic designer wise, it's freaking good. The text is legible. The artwork is good. It works. The treehouse is like the main plot of the story, which is great. The text is good. I love the scratch out handwritten notes on the book. But I just had to illustrate it, bitch. I just freaking had to get that vision on my mind and translate it to something visual. I didn't talk about the scene that I was illustrating. I'm a freaking mess. So on the book, there's a scene with this character named Mary Catherine where she is walking on the forest and she stumbles upon this abandoned coal mine. She passes this coal mine and she picks up her phone because it's freaking dark. She shines a light on the coal mine and there are dozens of deer inside the coal mine, and that freaked her out. And for some reason, that scene stuck with me. So I tried to replicate that with a tunnel, but that, as you might have guessed, that didn't work out, and I got angry with myself, so I didn't record the the beginning part of the piece that you're seeing now. So as an alternative for that, there are also some scenes in the book where Mary Catherine drives and there are dozens of deer on the street. But instead of doing that, I merged the two. So in this piece, Mary Catherine is supposedly driving um, on the tunnel and sees a deer. Okay, and I didn't do a lot of deer because just didn't do it. I got lazy, and I think this was good enough. So yeah, I think this is it. This is the recreation of Imaginary Friend book. I also animated this one, so I'm selling that as an NFT. Again, two options for the animated version because I couldn't decide. So this is the first animation, roll VTR. This is the second animation, roll VTR. I'm also planning on illustrating a poetic version of The Exquisite Corpse by the legendary Poppy Z. Bright because that book also made an impact on me for some reason. Let me know if you want more of me illustrating some scenes from the book. I did one for Suffer the Children. I'm gonna pop that here. Maybe I'll do a separate video on Suffer the Children because I'm also planning on doing some, let's just say something on that book, okay? Because that book, it's one of my faves too. I just read it recently, so some scenes are still fresh on my mind. So let's see if I achieve the vision that I have. So yeah, this is it. Don't forget to follow my art account, like and comment for engagement. Comment down below if you've read the book or if you're planning to read the book. Comment down below any book that you think might have an impact on me that would push me to illustrate it. And comment down below which version do you like. Do you like the yellow version? Do you like the blue version? Do you like the animation 1? Do you like the animation 2? Hit subscribe because we love deer in this channel. We love horror. We love creepy kids in this channel. We love redesigning covers. And we love art in this channel. So if you like art, if you like books, if you like a deer, hit subscribe. Okay? So yeah, I think this is it. Don't forget, I still have a giveaway and only one person commented on that post. So it kind of flopped, so I'm asking you for your help on just commenting on the post, and besides, the giveaway is for you guys. You're winning a 12 free meals from HelloFresh gift cards. So yeah, I think this is it. Bye.